I just wanted to show that the statue is something that is receiving the violence, but that moment where we have her sitting in the mirror and seeing herself by herself for the first time, we see the fractured statue, but also it being meant to convey just where she is, kind of scarred by this moment, but still standing and looking to herself for this, way of being with her relationship. But I also like art is important in Black homes. And so I also wanted to add that into making sure that artwork is present. African artwork is situated in the narrative as well, or the mise en scène.
Nice. I mean, it was definitely present, the art at the beginning of the film, when the guy said, a Black woman is art, you are art, the essence of earth, like all that was great. I'm gonna switch to Cintia, still on symbolism. This film is powerful. There's a lot of powerful symbolism with the powder and the X tape and the whipping sounds and the black substance she's wiping on her face. Can you speak to what all that was supposed to represent?
Yeah, well, I wanted to address a lot of extremes that we face as well. The white powder was really us being washed into a white world, and how I always felt that I had to adjust. A lot of Black women have to, well, not have to, but they straighten their hair, because then they are not noticed as much, because then that's the white standard. That's the whole thing about her cutting her hair. It has to do with that. It has to do with I'm not going to go there anymore. I'm going to cut this weave, this wig that you impose on me, and I'm just going to be myself. There's the hymn is also a bit of a lullaby that we hear at the beginning, at the end. It's really a little lullaby that, like, calm down, it's going to be okay. Someone be nasty to you. Let's do what we always do. Let's wear ourselves back up, do a little smile, and say thank you, and move on. And while going through all those emotions, and while we have indeed the smearing of the black paint and the red paint, there's also, I find, this whole idea that, you have black blood, you need to do certain things that are conditioned to being black. You need to dance well, you need to listen to a certain type of music, you need to be able to do this, do that. And so that's also something that is imposed in my identity as a woman, that I need to do all these things that society expects me to do based on my skin color, either fit to a white standard or have to go to the extreme, what the white standard believes the black standard to be. And I wanted to have this spectrum across the whole film.
Yeah.
I think I took the most important ones.
Yeah, you touched on the ones I didn't even really catch, so thank you. And staying with you, you're not from the U.S., and so for a lot of us who are in the U.S., I just wanted to know, like, how was this film received in Europe, and just your personal experience with this type of film in Europe and putting it out there?
It's divisive. It's very divisive. I feel that it's far more accepted in the U.S. than it is in Europe. I feel that, the thing about Europe is racism is present in Europe, but it's so hidden. It's just so woven in society, so institutionalized, that it's so hard for people to admit that everything they do is based on the thing about Europe is racism is present in Europe, but it's so hidden. It's just so I hear myself talking. And it's so hard for people to admit that. Thank you for shutting me up there. And so here it's very divisive. I've heard, I'm going to share something quite personal, but I have a very supportive family and a group of friends, and they always share everything that I post on Facebook, on Instagram. They share everything except this film. Almost no one shared or did a like on the film when I posted it, because I think everyone felt, yeah, probably they felt a bit attacked with the film, or that I went too far. I don't know. No one talks about it, so it's a very different reception that I get from Europeans in comparison to Americans.
Interesting. This kind of goes into my next question. I'll give you a break and switch to Anaiis, but it's the same question for both of you. What was the message or the social political message you wanted to get across with your films?
Yeah, I think that's a great question, especially as it relates to this narrative, because this was my third short that I completed. And the first short, and I made these while I was in film school. So the first short I made inspired by the killing of Eric Garner. Second short, so it privileges or censors an older Black man. The second short is about a 11-year-old girl living through spending the weekend with her father and uses basketball to escape instances of abuse. So it, again, centers a 10-year-old girl. This third film is the first time that I am seeing myself more directly in the work, or presenting myself more directly as I appear in the work, even though I see myself in an older Black male character who's racially profiled by police, or a young Black girl who's in an environment that she's kind of left to imagine herself other places. But definitely in this one, I found that I had a mentor once tell me that this film is the least important of the 3 films that I've completed. And I was like, wow, that reveals so much about what you think about queerness. And I can't take the queerness away from the Black and the woman. And so it's always going to be a part of my work. But it really makes people question, well, I think I'm confronted with, what's a queer film? What's a Black film? Because the film that I made about a 10-year-old girl can absolutely, in my eyes, be a queer film, even